I'm live. Okay, so we're doing a floor plan now. This is the Shell Station floor plan. I have filled out the information here. What I didn't mention on the site plan was that when we do plans for alcohol, there's only pages, two pages. There's the site plan, which is A1, and a floor plan, which is, as you're seeing here, A2. And we just call it a floor plan. It's not an as-built floor plan. It's not a proposed floor plan. It's just a floor plan. Now, one of the things that we need to do for a CUB is have a summary table. And I, of course, have a template, summary table floor. So I copy this by highlighting it, hit copy, open, go to my floor plan, which is where it was, paste, and just kind of throw it off there. And I'll make it a little bit bigger. We do end up, there we go, printing these hard copies, so the planners are going to look at the physical page. So this is a summary table because anytime we do alcohol, they want to know about the sizes of the main rooms. Now, going to the drawing, you see this dotted line. This dotted line is a soffit. It's not on the main floor. It does not need to be on the drawing. So you remove that. As well, we don't need to know that any interior dimensions really, especially, I know there was a post there, but that's fine. So you get rid of any interior dimensions. You don't need them. You definitely don't need windowsill heights. Get rid of all interior dimensions, especially an 8-inch one. This is a counter. That's what that is. I'm remembering because when I went to shoot video, this is like where the coffee and Slurpee machine is. This is another island where there is a drink dispenser and such. So we go to any windowsill, get rid of that. We don't need to know 10-inch spaces. We can keep the door at 3. We don't necessarily need that dimension. We don't need 2. Technically, we could use that wall to opening, but we don't need to know this one. Don't need to know this one. Don't need to know this one. That one's fine. These are okay. That one's okay. We don't really need that. That's fine, although it's facing the wrong way. So we don't need this. There's a 3 comp sink in the office and a hand sink. And the 3 comp, get rid of that, get rid of that. We don't need the 3 inches here. Technically, we don't need that. We don't need 2 inches. We don't need that. Yeah, like I said, those are just don't like that one. Okay, there's lots of ones that we don't need here. Door one is fine. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Another soffit line. Get rid of it. 3-foot door is fine. We don't need to know that's 3 inches. We don't need to know that. We don't need to know that. 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 Definitely don't need a 10-inch here. Don't need to know that. Okay. Windowsill. I have that all the way up there. Come on, come on. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Front door. Don't need all these. Again, no windows. The reason why we get rid of the windows is because, I mean, A, this is not a building plan check. Something happened there. What did I get rid of that I didn't mean to? Oh, that. And then 2, and then 4. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. And again, don't need that. Yeah, this isn't a building and safety plan check, but we don't want to show windowsill heights because it might make someone question, like, oh, why are you showing me a windowsill height? Should I know something? That should be 12. Okay. 2. Make that 6-inch. We really don't need that one. Don't need that. Okay, so this is the office. We will label it. Oh, escape, escape. I want to be a little more precise. Okay, 101 square feet, really 102. So we're going to go 12. Caps lock, office, 102 square feet. Now this is storage, and storage always needs to be considered. And that's 29 square feet. So storage 29 square feet. I don't worry about the size until I'm done with it. Then I put it to where it's going to fit. All right. This is service area, which should be considered. Close that. Okay, it's 59 square feet. So service, 59 square feet. Okay. Now, beyond that, it's really just retail area. So I'm just going to do I'm not going to go behind these things because technically you can't get back there. Okay, so 870 square feet. Customer area. Customer area, 869 square feet. Now, let's make this a little bit bigger. We'll do 24 since we got the room. Now, this is going to be where the beer and wine is kept, because I remember when I was there, I was asking the applicant, beer and wine, make that an 8. And let's beer and wine, and beer and wine. Now, normally I'd put a shelf back here for like the dry wine display. So let's add a little overhead. Since it's overhead, we're going to make it a broken line. Oops, it's property line, broken line. And we're going to start it here and go like this. And it's only going to be about 12 inches deep. And we're going to call it wine display because that's the non-refrigerated wine display. Because whenever we do alcohol requests, we're supposed to show city planning where they're going to keep things. And this also goes on to the summary table. Okay, service. So wine display. So as you see here, beer and wine storage. I usually put about 40 square feet. So now that we've named the main areas and put square footage there, we're going to address this. Now this is a convenience mart. Obviously there's no seating. So we're getting rid of all seating. Well, actually, before we don't have to get rid of it. We're just going to say we're going to replace this with customer area 869. So customer area, and it was 869. Okay. Now we need service area, 59 square feet. Service area. $59 square feet. One thing we don't have there are the POS systems, so we have to definitely add, because I remember there were 2 of them. So we look for POS. There we are. And there was one here, and there's one down here. Let's make sure that's within the thing. You don't have to tilt it or anything. Okay, there's 2 POS systems. Control S to save. Okay, next we're going to do office at 102 square feet. Okay, so office. $102 square feet. 102 square feet. Okay. And there's storage of 29 square feet. And as you see, we have storage. So let's just make it 29 square feet. Okay. Now, this is not a restaurant. This is a convenience mart. Convenience mart. And we want to tell them the whole square footage of the convenience mart, which we have here is 1348. So we go 1348. Now there's no kitchen, but what we do have, we're going to call it a common area. So, I'm going to say wine display, which is here. 6, so I'm going to say it's 10 square feet. Who you hear out there, buddy? And then the beer and wine, 40 square feet. Let's make it 60, 20, 40, 60. Okay. So now we get rid of what we don't need. Patio seats and total seats we don't need. But all of this is correct. We have customer area, we got service area, we got office, we have wine display, we have storage, we have all that which exists. Move this up a little bit. Now, we have common area and convenience mart, which is a total. So what we do is we add these up. This is why we add common area. So customer area 869 plus service area 59 plus office at 102 plus wine display at 10 plus beer and wine storage at 60, storage at 29 equals. That's 1129. Now we minus 1348, which is the total, and that gives us a difference of 219. That's our common area. That includes all the other areas. Oops, cancel that. Click that, then click it. And what was it again? It was 219. 219. And so now we add them up again. 869 plus 59 plus 102 plus 10 plus 60 plus 29 plus 219 equals 1348. Because that's what the planners do. The planners, if we didn't have that common area, they'd go, oh, these don't add up to that. I'm like, well, of course they don't, because it's not covering everything. So by mentioning common area, we cover common areas, and that's a completed summary table for this project. Now I can leave these two blank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate that by 1, and then I'm going to get rid of that, and then I'm going to move this up and snap it to there, and move this up and snap it to there. So that's what it's going to look like. So there's kind of a space between that and the total save. That's the summary table for this. Now we have the north arrow, we have dimensions. What they really want is a width and a depth. So one thing we don't have, and I'm going to make it a 24, is from here to there. So this gives them a complete width of it. And this technically should go to there. So they have a length and a width and some minor dimensions. And I will, what we're gonna call this retail island, retail counter. There's a lot more shelving in here, but I'm just not going to show it. I'm going to call this retail display. If you're getting the hint, you got to show them everything. If they see a little box, they want to know what it is. Retail display. And I have all the words facing one way, to the straight up and down or to the right. I know some of these are facing to the left. I'm just ignoring that. I'm just gonna again call this retail display. Sample display. And make this a 6. That could be a fridge. City planning really cares about what the size is. We can get rid of this reference down here because we have it here. They're like, okay, north arrow. Here's all my square footages. It's a floor plan. Let's make that a little bit larger. The date, the page number. They've got basic dimensions. We're telling them where the beer and wine is going to be and where the wine is going to be. So this technically is a finished floor plan. And this is a standalone building, so there's no continuation lines going anywhere. So I'm going to hit Control Save. I'm going to print this to PDF. Sometimes I pause because I'm like, is it that simple? And it kind of is. And luckily the the canvas place, drew our floor plan for us. I made sure I scanned as much as possible all the things in here. They just didn't draw them all. But I scanned the sink and everything up and down to make sure it was included in the drawing because we need that here. And what we're supposed to also have on the summary table is a parking reference. And I don't know if we're going to have that. Let's see, shell. We have the permit, or the permit for the gas station. But I don't know if this gives us a breakdown. There's no structural inventory to tell us how many. Okay, so what I'm going to do, see, this has a site plan and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parking spaces, including handicapped. And when you compare that to this, it's along here. So this is 7 with the handicap. I think we discussed already that, let's insert picture. I'm going to go to PEP. PEP. I'm going to go to ADA. Click 1, hit C for car because we want this. Oh, actually, and it's not here. It's here. So you got 1 ADA and technically 6 other parking spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's telling them that's the parking that we have. And this permit shows 7 spaces. We get the permit number. So we come here and below here, we put the verbiage per permit 05016, 05016 space 20,000, 18166, 18166. And there were 7 spaces, 7 parking spaces required. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And then we have provided 12. 12 parking spaces provided. So that's the only other thing that we put on these site plans is a reference to parking to justify the parking that we have. We have a north arrow. We have the dimensions. Oh, I didn't copy the client information. Go back to the floor plan. Grab this. Copy. Back to the site. Paste. And since it's small, it's twice the size. 2, 2. And then we can move it into its little boxes. Fits right in there. So now we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this little reference mark because that's basically the finished site plan. It's page, this is actually supposed to be A1. I'll be right with you, buddy. We'll finish this. So this is A1, the floor plan is A2. Save, print to PDF. I check site plans because sometimes they're not right, but this one's right. 1/8 scale. It's the first time I printed it, so it shouldn't overwrite anything. And it worked. Legal description, summary table, parking information, north arrow, property lines, driveway, dimensions, labeling. We're done. So this is our site plan. So thank you for watching. This took about 30 minutes. It's about what I take to usually draw a plan, draw a page. Oh, and hi, viewer, whoever the hell is viewing. Maybe you're Cindy. Maybe you're Sylvia. Hello. Maybe you're Jocelyn. I don't know. But anyway, maybe you're Yvette, but Yvette should be driving. Um, Thank you all for watching. This is the 60th of 60 videos. I can't believe I have uploaded 60 videos, or maybe I can believe it. This is probably going to be the last one, unless I'm requested to do more because at this point I've covered everything. I've got some more mechanicals to do, but you've seen the mechanical. We'll see. I might continue just to upload just to have it. Since someone had mentioned that I was not speaking loud enough, maybe I'll keep doing it and I'll speak louder. I have to go to a certain speed to get the stuff done, but you also have to learn. So thank you again.